It was on the Conker, though.
He's just going to run away, though. Looks like he's A-okay. And now Amar might get punished as the Stormhammer will come for him. And they're actually going to try to fight this out, it looks like, as Mallory gets off the second ult now. That's the Aegis down. Nightfall waited long enough that his God Strength is up. He's going to get Telekinesis, though. And he's going to go for the killing blow onto the Rubik, and he gets it. Double kill for Nightfall. But Skeeter is just doing so much damage. Holy shit. That is a dead Sven for 90 seconds as now Skeeter should be able to finish this Rex, although that is backdoor protection. Ultra kill from Malrine. He's the one actually netting himself the kills. As GPK is going to get stunned up, the shield crashes down. Swatch is actually going to miss because of the Yules. There's another bash to come out. That's going to be the set of racks now in favor of Falcons. Malrine wants this rampage.
I thought Beastmaster is going to get off and hit every single timing. So Void having a good lane was...
Again, if Skater gets his 10th win in a row or whatever it is with this Sven, maybe they're going to do it for game 2.
Yep, saves in a bit of trouble. Blood grenade. Is that going to finish him off? The right clicks from Snake King will suffice, and now it's a 2v1. But it is funny that we've gotten to a point where we're seeing these first pick supports, right? The Techies and the Shadow Demon. Speaking of Shadow Demon, blast off coming for Snake King.
Nice Stormhammer.
And the slows from the boar into the axes are finally enough. And that's the first kill on the board.
It did nothing the 2 games they had it.
It has looked really bad. And that's 4,200 net worth being used on an ally.
I mean, it's a good point. Like, maybe the Lycan would have looked better if he bought another item.
Yeah, if you go for like the AC basher, like just actual right-click build, perhaps it's crit.
Lasso
going
opener.
in for the lasso. Skeeter is, wow, okay. That Techies evaporates.
This is mid-tower,
and they will be able to get the tier 1 as well, but Swatch being quite annoying for Malorine. Of course, GPK with the defusal, as he's opting to go Blink next. TP's coming, so looks like they want to fight. BETBOOM gets the inhibit onto Skeeter. Crit going in, but he actually gets stuck on the tree line. Rolling Thunder, but Disruption's going to save him for the time being, but he is completely surrounded. Skeeter is mega dead. Nice rotations from BETBOOM, kind of catching Falcons. Light Collector, Syndra.
Oh!
Get back on your game, please.
Light Collector on the Doom.
That's right.
Actually, I don't think they're going to just back off from this smoke and do nothing.
Yeah, that's the Aegis, and that's the cheese. Falcons. Let's see if they stick around. It looks like that is the case. They put down a ward by the Lotus Fountain. Malrine. They're not. It's all nepotism, you know? That's how they get on these teams. Oh, we have a roar!
Something
into
happened.
the arrow. Skeeter. He's all alone for now. The Rolling Thunder applied, and he is gonna die.
A moment of weakness, ladies and gentlemen.
Malrine getting chased. Will get stunned by GPK. Nightfall is here as well. Has the chrono available. Do they need it? Gonna try to kite him out a bit. The stun's still there. Crit actually keeping in there. Chrono, beautiful timing. Down goes Crit. Nice disruption from Snake King. Gonna delay this a bit. But there's just so many heroes. But here comes Amar. He wants to fight. He gets off the Doom in the middle of the time walk. It looks like Void's just gonna be able to walk it off. Now a buyback onto Skeeter. Has his God Strength available. Oh, Void is just getting destroyed as he gets backstabbed by Skeeter, so the buyback is successful. Arrows doesn't feel very good.
Probably just
it's gotta
Void.
Be Nightfall. They actually don't have the greatest of ags here. As Malrine gonna spot Toronto Tokyo in the trees, but the rest of BETBOOM still taking Roche. The lasso used as well as the pulverize just to get one. Toronto Tokyo and company. Looks like everyone else is gonna get out. Indeed.
Moment of the element of surprise.
Right, Nightfall looks like they want to fight. They actually want to do something with this Aegis. Feels nice and confident with that big fat juicy ogre golem. Who's now uppercutting the tower. Didn't know you could do that to buildings. Up Crit, he gets the lasso. Repositioning, kind of a big deal here. Can they burn through the Aegis? Lincoln's is popped. That's going to be Death Wolf. Oh. He gets off the time walk, but then the hammer comes in from Skeeter. Pops the God Strength as well. Roche, Aegis down. Will they surround him now? Miero gets off the Doom onto Amar, and Nightfall pops the BKB and now runs away. As Malrine gets stunned mid-animation, but the Doom applied to the Void. Amar still looking for that high five as Nightfall looks to be dead as the rest of his team will abandon him. So nice fight from Falcons, good defense.
Very prepared to take this kind of fight.
Crit spotted, bash by the Swashy. And he pops his BKB, gets roared. Mid-animation, Skeeter trying to help his teammate out. That's going to be the first death. Well, actually gets saved by the disruption for the time being. He's actually alive somehow. And Save just getting beat down by Skeeter. As Malrine with the rock throw, Amar jumps in as well. Focusing on Miero for now, he gets decimated, and now Toronto Tokyo in his own base is just going to get run down. This is all without the Faceless Void of just a moment. Save with the Glimmer, provide some vision as Skeeter in the base now. Will get this Rax for free. See if they try to run away. GPK in his ult. Able to get the stun off onto Malrine as Nightfall is now surrounding him. Arrow is going to connect. Do they have the damage? He's so tanky, and there's the disruption from Snake King as the Ancient Creep destroyed by Skeeter. That kind of breaks things up a bit, but remember, that is God Strength down.
Yep.
So Falcons probably going to you can tilt. It is BETBOOM.
I think it's because of Toronto Tokyo's all chat against Amar yesterday. That's really what they're trying to get him back for.
Does he really need a reason? As Roar comes out, but the disruption to follow, and here comes Superman. Skeeter. You can see the Demonic Purge breaking the Beastmaster right now. But he is able to TP out, surprisingly enough. The Doom again, this time reserved for the Void. Nightfall dead for 90.
GG.
And that is the GG for game number 1. So Falcons take the first one of this best-of-5 grand finals.
I guess the Doom helps the man fight against the Sven because he can't heal later.
Well, bottom lane, though, that's first blood for Skeeter. Has always been, as the blast off actually hits, but save will likely fall. Pops the Fairy Fire. Sticky Bomb onto Skeeter is there, but is not enough.
Who's amazing for fighting in that area. Gyro himself also offers a lot more in the way of defense than the Sven does. If his sec gets invaded, you'll have the call down to help with zone control. Nice
Trent gets bursted.
There.
GPK, nice combo. Rolling Thunder not actually going to come through from Malrine, just faking it out. Skeeter back to the other side. Miero getting gone on, but GPK makes an appearance. Rocket Barrage just ripping through him, though. Has to use his call down to try to get away, but GPK will likely have enough damage, and indeed he does.
So big for Falcons.
Yeah.
Especially, they didn't even need to commit cores for it. Well, okay, here we go the other way.
This is...
Does anybody want to farm their own stacks? Hello?
What in the world? Amar, he's going to be wise to this, but they've already stolen basically everything. There's the Doom onto GPK.
Oh, it's going to cost
coming
them.
with a huge swashbuckle. Gets the shield crash as well. The Rolling Thunder is coming, as GPK will be hounded and eventually taken out. And they'll get Toronto Tokyo to boot. So a little bit of punish, but BETBOOM still, that is a massive round.
No, it's perfect. These games are very farm heavy, so we get to shoot the shit a lot, you know?
That's true. That is accurate. Nothing's actually happening other than farming.
Oh, well, here comes Miero. Welcome to hell.
The boat does cancel the freezing field, but that is a lot of magic damage from Skeeter. And
so seeing more information in the game, and also especially what the enemy team is running. Gyro can work around most stuff. There's the Doom onto Timber.
Absolutely. GPK is dead. And Malrine not going to go for another kill because they find save in the jungle. The freezing fields have been really good this game. It's the third one already. As the call down actually will not hit, but save still cleaned up by Malrine. And now the lead has grown to 5K as Nightfall looks like he might want to fight despite being down 2 members right now.
The vision. If the enemy team turns on you, your teammates get to have a free fight with the Pango to Gyro.
He's going to get ganked here this time.
He's alone.
He is completely... All the mines placed from save. Look how tanky he is, though. Eventually, they do find the kill.
Off this momentum. Now, Doom is ready again. So, what'll it be? Amar and Snake King. This is a very unexpected move for him. He has no idea.
Oh boy, the Scorched Earth. He feels it. He gets doomed. Freezing field to follow. Oh boy.
And they can just leave him to
Yeah, absolutely. Knowing that it is not... You can
largely considered a buff to the hero that you didn't kill yourself with double edge, because a lot of the time in fights you would, finish off the enemy hero. And then survive.
They find crit in their jungle. He is eventually going to get taken out.
Malrine with a response.
Yes, Rolling Thunder is activated. Amar coming in with the Shivas. Does not have Doom yet, as the boat is coming for him. And Malrine getting some nice connections. The swash is enough to finish off save. Torrent Storm is there as Nightfall focusing all his efforts onto Amar. And they should have the damage to rip through him. Indeed they do. Now Skeeter, okay, no Timber Chain, but they have the X.
This is
He doesn't have BKB this time. We'll have to try to fight his way out of this 1v4. It is not to be, as BETBOOM getting some value. Roche last game, or was...
Yeah.
Did they get every single one?
I believe so, yeah.
Falcons, like we talked about, usually the ones are the ones to take Roche and have the Aegis advantage throughout the majority of these games.
A bit indecisive about whether they can kill it or not. Snake King's pinging it.
Yeah, they're gonna try.
They will go now.
Let's see if Crit and Snaking can survive this encounter. Crit will back away. Meanwhile, Malrine gets caught off guard and brought down. Snaking, you gotta run. Can Skeeter finish it himself?
Oh, that was the reason they were hesitating. That was really...
They're actually moving around. They find Amar on the other side of the tree line. He's actually completely isolated from his team, trying to go for the backstab. Blinks to the south. No Shiva's for vision, but nobody's in the pit. Instead, he's going to get going on now. Blast off connects. Stormhammer as well as the ET ult comes out. Decimates him, but he actually buys back instantly as Malrine. The nice rolling thunder. Boat not being used to much effect as BETBOOM now trying to run away. Toronto Toki in the pit gets denied by Roche. He's not happy that somebody's entered his pit. He buys back now as Malrine actually scouts him out on the backside. Miero very low already as the boat is stolen. Skeeter, you can see the BKB popped as the Doom applied to the Timber Saw. The Yules is actually going to cancel the TP. And it looks like he's going to get cleaned up eventually, so GPK does die. And now the chase is on, and they're going to be able to surround Nightfall. He goes down as the stolen boat overhead. Toronto, Tokyo, and company have to try to get out. Only 2 of them alive, just 2 supports for BETBOOM. He's just going to get chased down by Amar, relentless on this Doom. 1 Centaur Stomp, more Infernal Blades, lots of high fives, and Toronto, Tokyo eventually dies.
To use Light Collector.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's been a while since you mentioned
He used it to great effectiveness in the last fight, the Seal Totem, but when nothing is happening, you just gotta go fast, you know? He's probably gonna swap it in here in the anticipation of a fight.
Yep, Amar leading the way. Stormhammer onto Snaking, gets deleted. Amar has to pop his BKB in retreat. Call down, used as kind of a zoning mechanism for the side of Falcons.
Skeeter.
Toronto, Tokyo taking so much damage as Skeeter is just leading the way. They don't want to go on him, but look at the homing missile. The Sharda actually comes in handy. Amar gets off the Doom onto GPK, but he's all alone. This is a 4v1 scenario, and Falcons, will they actually connect? It doesn't look like it.
He'll live because of the Doom. All right, here we go. Advancing.
All right, 1 casual right-click. Tower is dead. Mine's being placed, so Falcons, if they try to dive, they could get punished, but Malrine, okay, Save actually goes in for the initiates and gets bashed up by Malrine. Very unlucky for him. And now GPK all alone. No one wants to join him. He gets doomed and destroyed. And Skeeter still applying a lot of pressure to these barracks. Oh, the tidal wave brings him back in, pops the BKB to avoid the Stormhammer. Now the call down is there. They have the bashes as well onto Nightfall. He's already at half HP, applying some pressure. Looks like that will be the death of Amar at the very least. And now Skeeter and company on the run. Nightfall want to find a connection, will do so on Skeeter. The Satanic is not going to help him here. Even the freezing field being expended, but it's not enough. So Falcons completely punished as BETBOOM will get another kill onto Crit. A nice X from Miero. And Tidal Wave brings him to his knees. Absolutely.
How come Falcons aren't contesting this, actually? They have the buyback advantage. It's on the Radiant side. For bringing it up, Shannon.
Falcons, just so angry.
Okay.
Onto the high ground.
Pushing into Aegis.
Yeah. Well, the God Strength is down, so BETBOOM.
They're trying to pull one on them. They might actually just get this lane.
Yeah, I think they will. Fortification is popped, though. Tidal Wave brings Skeeter a little bit farther back as Malrine finds the connection onto GPK. This is the Aegis target, though. As you can see, the Ag still doing some work as Amar pops the BKB, gets the Doom off.
It was on the Kunkka, though.
He's just going to run away, though. Looks like he's A-okay. And now Amar might get punished as the Stormhammer will come for him. And they're actually going to try to fight this out, it looks like, as Malrine gets off the second ult now. That's the Aegis down. Nightfall waited long enough that his God Strength is up. He's going to get Telekinesis, though. And he's going to go for the killing blow onto the Rubik, and he gets it. Double kill for Nightfall. But Skeeter is just doing so much damage. Holy shit. That is a dead Sven for 90 seconds as now Skeeter should be able to finish this Rex, although that is backdoor protection. Ultra kill from Malrine. He's the one actually netting himself the kills. As GPK is going to get stunned up. The shield crashes down. Swatch is actually going to miss because of the Yules. There's another bash to come out. That's going to be the set of racks now in favor of Falcons. Malrine wants this Rampage. Is he going to get it? Echo Stomp is going to be missed. He's going to use roll up for some reason to get the Basher off again. Swash again. It's not the Rampage. It should have been a double, though. He dies to the Falcons. Oh, my God. The greed.
That is so greedy.
Greedy boy.
He wanted the ET kill as well. He actually had the clean Timber kill and a full-on disengage. And he got bloodthirsty.
His team's like, you idiot.
That is... And he's got to buy back.
Oh my, really?
His team is laughing at him. Like, Malrine, what are you doing diving the fountain? He's like, fuck you guys, I'm going back in.
They don't have buybacks on BETBOOM. I don't know if they know this, but this will not be punished, it looks like. This should be 2 sets at the very least. I mean, I don't know how much Mallory's helping with the push exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he offers some protection for Skitter in case of buybacks from the enemy team.
Yeah, Amar, he's shadowing them right now as well. X onto Skeeter. Into the Torrent, into the boat as well. His BKB is now up in the Satanic as well as Mallory gets a nice stun connection onto Miero, but just buying some time, spends up in 8 seconds. Does Skeeter actually want to continue here? They're going to get the tower pretty easily. They're going to try to go for the Megas here. They know that Timbersaw, if he would have bought back by now if he had it. 50 seconds of no GPK. 5 versus 4. Blast off hits the Gyro, already at half HP. Stormhammer coming in, very long distance. Nightfall, he gets the kill onto the Gyro, who buys back instantly. That's the AoE doom from Amar. It's not going to matter. He dies. Torrent Storm to follow to delay this. That's a buyback, like you said, onto the Gyrocopter. They want to finish this. They want to get the Mega Creeps now. Torrent Storm comes out. Tidal Wave as well, as Skeeter will get the range. And Nightfall, he's going to have to fight. They want to save these racks, but Malrine goes in really deep with the Rolling Thunder, and that will secure the Mega Creeps for Falcons. Finding the connection again onto this Kunkka, 12 seconds away from GPK. I believe they're going to try to run away, but Skeeter might have to just BKB TP. Doesn't have the TP though, so we'll just run. As Falcons. Well, we got Roche.
They did not contest it, so here it was a bit of a confusing situation, but
Miero.
Doesn't really matter.
Miero's going to be spotted. Amar, Malrine going in with Rolling Thunder, finds the connection, and more importantly, the banner is placed high ground. Try to defend here. The Lotus applied, but the Doom is already used on Miero. Infernal Blade to follow. He's dead. Does have buyback though. Malrine, that's ult number 1, trying to get rid of some of these mines.
This is an offensive banner, so. Shannon. It's Radiant.
That's a Radiant banner?
It's a Radiant banner.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's got a red.
Oh, it's dying to the creeps. You must protect the banner, for God's sake. Why did you put it there then? Why? Good lord. It's actually useless when you're down megas and you don't have a single barracks to your name.
All right, here we go again. Malrine with another roll.
Malrine finds Nightfall, roll up into the perma-stun. Skeeter doing a decent amount of damage. Homing missiles coming for him. He has to pop the BKB, trying to apply all the pressure now onto the Gyro. Telekinesis bomb. The Aegis goes down. The burst was enough. That's life number 1 as Malrine trying to create some space again in that roll-up. Second Rolling Thunder as well.
He does have Refresh on Sven. That was a key timing to get this just before this attack. If they would have hit the base 1 minute earlier, Nightfall would have not had this item. He just got
Toronto Tokyo's inventory.
He'll use it when he gets racks in 50 minutes.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Maybe not.
Yep, crit. Telekinesis, offensive usage as Malrine coming with the Rolling Thunder. Toronto Tokyo stunned as well. Save, gets off the blast off. Does end up falling though. The gem drops to the deck as well as Toronto Tokyo. Not going to get bashed. As Malrine hits a wall, but blinks. Still finds Toronto Tokyo. Swatch is actually not going to hit him. Shield crashes there as the rest of BETBOOM now on the run, but on the footsteps of their base is Malrine, the second Rolling Thunder. They take out both supports. They buy back instantly. Nightfall with the God Strength. Trying to get something out of this. They're just kiting him right now as the Doom comes out onto Nightfall. Has to run away in shame. Gets 4 staff for the time being as Malrine continuing to just be a nuisance. So they forced the 2 buybacks out.
In the late game, so they can very clearly try to target them now, and well, BETBOOM aren't going to wait around.
Indeed, Malrine is their target. He gets the roll up, and the Yundis actually procs as well. Crit. He will likely be the one to fall, but Malrine, his ult was back up as Amara gets the Doom onto Nightfall. He's dead. Buyback still available, and actually did not use his ult at all. As Toronto Tokyo's going to be next on the list. It's triple kill for Amar. They're getting everything that they want, and that's 2 diebacks on both supports of BETBOOM. His pressure to this tier 4 tower. Stormhammer is in. God Strength activated for Nightfall. He's just getting kited again as Malrine with another ult. It feels like he always has this thing up. As GPK tries to use the Yules to get out of dodge, but the Ancient is just fully exposed as Skeeter is just going to continue to right-click and stand his ground. They take out GPK. He buys back in the game as the Tidal Wave, trying to bring Amar back into the fountain, but the Ancient is what is really the issue here. As Skeeter will pop the BKB, but the Fortification actually comes out for BETBOOM. Do they have the damage from Skeeter and company? Malrine will continue to get the stuns onto GPK. And this Ancient looks like it's finally going to go down in favor of Falcons as they take game 2.
Anyway, that never seems to deter him.
I think Miero's had a really good finals so far.
Yeah. Or if they're looking for a crit here.
Oh, it's Alina mid. Good call.
This is scary. This is a scary Alina. Like, she's not really threatened by much.
Okay. This is a lane that, generally speaking, is, I would say, at least somewhat Lina favored. But as far as Lina matchups go, it's one of the harder ones because she bodies a ton of them in mid. Oh, misclick from Malrine. Oh,
the tower hits is there. Right click is going to hit. GPK getting blocked by the trees, trying to get him under the tower, but GPK is the one that dies. Oh my goodness, that is a feels bad if I've ever seen one. And the tips ensue. Oh my god.
If you miss a beat at one point, you can just get burst by Sven in 2 hits. So gotta be...
Nice torrent.
Gotta be careful.
3 stacks of Shadow Poison. Tidebringer to follow. 4 stacks now. That is a kill for save. Nicely done from BETBOOM. As the mid lane.
Oh!
Okay, GPK getting some revenge.
You know, some of the matchups that they had to face in the previous games aren't quite the same. This time you have the Shadow Demon. So perhaps that's gonna help them a little bit. Save. Taking a beating, but he will be fine.
GPK now has the Arcane Rune. His crit wants to play with that Firefly, but he's getting destroyed. Some damage set up onto GPK, though, as Malrine trying to finish the job.
Can't reach the Laguna.
Under the cover of smoke, Malrine just reading it like a book, though. Diabolic Edict onto the tier 1 mid, so BETBOOM.
Oh, now he's not reading it anymore.
Malrine, yeah, the book. He's become illiterate all of a sudden. Arrow is going to hit, but the TP supports have come. Arena placed by Amar onto 2. Looks like Crit's going to be taken out first, though, as the Godstrike comes Skeeter. He even comes to play. That's 2 supports dead, 1 on each side. The tier 1 tower now falls in favor of BETBOOM. Looks like Falcons are on the retreat. That's a lot of stacks on the Malrine. Arrow. Oh, it actually does hit onto the Sven. The leaping from Toronto Tokyo. Nice LSA from Malrine. Gets the Laguna Blade. They punish Toronto Tokyo, but Skeeter eventually falls to Nightfall. That sounded weird. Now Amar is going to get chased out.
But probably would be a mistake to never get a BKB this game. I think maybe that's a little bit of a stretch. TP from Malrine. If they see this,
he has his ag.
They see
Toronto Tokyo gets the vision. No, not quite.
They don't see him.
Yeah, good attempt, Cinderin.
They see him. They don't see him. They
now they see him. Malrine, LSA, going for the blow, but a nice disruption onto Nightfall as Malrine using the ability to walk over clips. Very nicely, but Cricket's taken out first inside this arena. It's a stun onto Malrine, but now he's stuck on the low ground. Doesn't have his Flame Cloak anymore. As Skeeter, he's going to get stunned in the midst of this God Strength, trying to play everything to this Leshrac, but the Split Earth is there. The Spear away, trying to buy some distance. As Malrine ended up falling to Toronto Tokyo, so we had this conversation before. It's 3 cores here for Falcons. Nightfall. LSA is going to hit.
No, he didn't get it off.
As well. And yeah, he's dead. I thought the link hits might be enough, but they get the perma-stun as Skeeter going to be found by Save. Toronto Tokyo in the vicinity as well. GPK trying to catch up. Disruption will slow things down, but Amar, he wants to fight GPK. Arena is coming for you, but a nice stun to start things out. Toronto Tokyo can't quite get inside. GPK doing so much damage, but Skeeter blows up Miero. And now GPK kind of stuck inside of the arena.
Creative with his item builds, but just as much as he buys crazy stuff, sometimes he doesn't buy them.
Opener onto the Shadow Demon. And Skeeter and company should be able to get the tier 1 now.
Let's see if he commits for that, Scotty. That would be very interesting.
Oh, Arena.
Finds the opening.
GPK. BKB popped as well. Oh, the spear actually didn't hit. It looked like it did. That was really strange. As Nightfall and company actually looked like they want to defend this tier 1 tower. Malrine, LSA onto 2. Flame Break to follow along with the Luga Blade. GPK is dead. Great find from Falcons. They get the tier 1. Toronto Tokyo will receive a lot of damage from Falcons. Falcons trying to secure their second 3-0 Grand Finals of this year. After the Lycan, they looked good for certain stretches.
Yep.
Just not able to complete the game. As Skeeter's going to run into Toronto Tokyo. Oh, he forces him onto Logan. It's a double Stormhammer. It ends up happening here as Skeeter already at half HP, though. That's going to be Aegis. Wants to hold on to that BKB.
Why did he not BKB that?
He's going to try to BKB now. Arrow's going to not hit. Now they're going to try to turn this around onto the Leshrac. The Laguna Blade is there. Pops the BKB and the Bloodstone that's keeping him alive. The arena is making it very awkward for the rest of BETBOOM to try to connect with their team. But the burst is there to find Malrine. And now Nightfall has to go to work. Double kill for him. And now Snake King running away in the cover of Moonlight. He'll be able to get this wisdom root, but he will end up dropping with that X. Oh, another glimmer comes out from him.
No.
Do they guess correctly?
Don't tell me.
Into the trees he goes, and he actually gets out. My
he steals the wisdom and escapes that situation? My God. Ready to play the fight with your team.
Another fight. We have the lasso connection onto the SD. Skeeter trying to kill him off, but the disruption comes in. Save eventually will fall, though, and now Falcons looking for blood. Miro and company on the retreat.
Good torrent slow there.
And Skeeter still with the God Strength applied.
Oh,
GPK harpooned in. No BKB there quite yet as the arrow is actually going to connect onto Skeeter. Amar gets off the arena onto 2.
Oh my
God, a huge reveal to delete Nightfall out of nowhere. And GPK trying to get something out of this fight, but they have the burst for him as well.
Oh, that spear. I think Nightfall was really expecting that spear to get onto the Lesh. He didn't react in time.
Did get the Scotty, by the way, in case you didn't notice. Crit leading the way on the cover of Smoke. Miero is going to get lassoed. Brought back. Disruption is there from Save. He gets deleted by Malrine as GPK jumping in, but the BKB from Malrine will keep GPK at bay, and now Nightfall stuck inside the arena, but will be able to waveform. They will be able to get Mars in the end. So a good start here for BETBOOM. Can they get more? They get the connection onto the Sven, already at half HP, but going to get pushed to the other side. The Torrent Storm going to continue on, and he's left all alone, and that is a Skeeter dead for 80 seconds. Ooh! Nightfall almost with the cancellation of the TP on Malrine. As Crit being pursued now by the Waterman. That's going to be a gem dropping if he's able to find it, but Crit, blink, and away from BETBOOM.
Circle being drawn, or whatever shape you want to call this, by Toronto.
That is a shape, that is true. Oh, Crit also leading the way. He finds the lasso again onto Miero. The Laguna Blade, the disruption is there to try to save him, but the cleave from Skeeter deletes Save to start things out. Miero does get his spells off this time. And Nightfall stuck inside the arena. That's a lot of damage being applied as Miero drops first, so 2 dead already for BETBOOM. They lose their Mirana as well. And Snake King with that freezing field, keeping Nightfall away as Amar continues to apply the Scotty on top of him. GPK looks like he'll at least get Snake King, or at least you would think so. The Lightning Storm finishes him off, but the big kill is Nightfall again. And now GPK surrounded. Rebuke is there. The arrow to try to help him out. Toronto Tokyo has pretty much nothing left in the tank. This is the death of GPK again. Again being expended for this. The Aegis on Skeeter now. The drums. Onto the high ground they go. Crit looking for a connection. Flame Break will not hit. GPK already uses. Okay, Laguna Blade already applied to him. E-Blade after the fact. Just kind of play this slow as Amar comes in with a massive spear with the arena as well onto 3 heroes. And here comes Skeeter, the Superman himself. Disruption will delay things a bit as GPK on the run, but now he gets lassoed back into the fray. Laguna Blade used to delete Save as GPK left all alone. Splitterth is doing pretty good work. Frostbite into the final Rebuke. Down goes GPK again. Amar with his second arena into the spear, into the death of Toronto Tokyo.
Well, they already used saves. So,
Skeeter hitting that tier 3 now, trying to finish this series 3-0.
Double spear.
Buyback onto GPK. Nice splitter onto 3 heroes. Do they have any follow-up, though? Not yet. Looking for the X, but it's not in range. But Amar wants to come back in, potentially. Laguna Blade and the lasso. Miero melts. And now the spear onto the Lesh. GPK is going to get disrupted as Nightfall trying to apply a little bit of pressure to Amar is getting quite low. Skeeter getting kited, does not have God Strength anymore. LSA hits onto only 1. As Nightfall turned into Sven temporarily, the boat's going to connect onto Skeeter. E-Blade's going to try to save him just a little bit here. He uses the Stormbolt as well to try to get away, but the waveform from Nightfall brings him to his knees. And now Falcons on the run. Disruption finds Malrine. He pops the BKB on exit, tries to TP out. We'll be fine. This is the Aegis Cheese and Aghanim Scepter. Who do they put this on? GPK could get the Nihilism if they want.
All right,
it'll be save.
It's something.
Okay, they have the triple, double disruptor. Old Malrine is spotted, pops the BKB and the cloak to get to the high ground. The dust is there. The demonic purge attempting to TP out. He does get out just in time. Here onto the high ground. He's leading the way. They find Malrine, pops the BKB instantly, but he's going to get broken by the Demonic Purge and bursted down.
That's a good one.
That's
another purge.
Saying something. Demonic Purge number 2. Attempted TP out, not going to happen for crit. All right. Talent that would have been amazing for the Divine Brooch combo that we've been seeing this tournament is Skeeter. Oh, Miero. He's walking right into them, pops the Blade Mail and the BKB. He wants to take the fight, but the instant BKB from Amar. The rebuke to follow. Arena now is there, but everybody has the golden item right now as Leshrac kind of stuck in his own space here as Laguna Blade number 1 takes out Miero. Now the arena comes out from Amar. He's broken for the time being, but they have the burst damage. That is the death of Nightfall. And now another Laguna Blade from Malrine as all the buybacks are coming out from the side of BETBOOM as GPK left all alone for the time being. Save gets brought in by Crit as GPK eventually will be right-clicked down as well. Miero still wants to fight. Malrine, triple kill applied to him right now. Torrent Storm comes out. Skeeter falls. He has his buyback, of course. Will he expend it? No. Malrine TP's out on the cover of BKB, snaking in the trees. Force Staff. TP. He's fine.
Dire side Roche. The Falcons should be looking to fight this.
They know what's happening. Amar on the outskirts. Will they get there in time? Toronto Toki trying to break the smoke. Crit will be seen. Roche is down. Nightfall gets the Aegis. Because they still want to fight. Amar looks like he does. Gets off the Shivas. GPK is there. Gets rebuked. Arena number 1 into the spear, but no follow-up. Meanwhile, the wave from Nightfall, he wants to go on top of Crit, but look at that cleave! Skeeter deletes Toronto Tokyo and the Aegis in 1, 2, 3 hits, and now they get the connection again. Down goes Nightfall, no buyback. That was filth incarnate for Skeeter. As Malrine looking for some members of BETBOOM on the outskirts here. GPK has to do a 180 to get that split earth off. As Miero with that Blade Mail has to try to survive against Skeeter. Nice disruption is going to keep him alive for the time being. LSA is there on the sideline. Amar pops the refresher. Arena number 2. GPK is going to be completely ignored as Miero gets rebuked. GPK TP out, but the lasso cancels it. And now he's surrounded. He does get the kill onto Crit as the Bloodstone doing quite a bit of work, actually. Force Staff to the other side. Now Malrine, the Shiva's going to slow him down to a crawl, but it looks like he will survive the LSA on the sideline. Another Laguna. A beautiful disruption will save GPK. But in the end, it's basically going to be a full team wipe as GPK surely will die. He takes out Skeeter in tow, finally rebuked down, and now the double buyback from Falcons. It's a 5 versus 0 as this
side Roche. The Falcons should be looking to fight this.
They know what's happening. Amar on the outskirts. Will they get there in time? Toronto Toki trying to break the smoke. Crit will be seen. Roche is down. Nightfall gets the Aegis. Because they still want to fight. Amar looks like he does. Gets off the Shivas. GPK is there. Gets rebuked. Arena number 1 into the spear, but no follow-up. Meanwhile, the wave from Nightfall, he wants to go on top of Crit, but look at that cleave! Skeeter deletes Toronto Tokyo and the Aegis in 1, 2, 3 hits, and now they get the connection again. Down goes Nightfall, no buyback. That was filth incarnate for Skeeter. As Malrine looking for some members of BETBOOM on the outskirts here. GPK has to do a 180 to get that split earth off. As Miero with that Blade Mail has to try to survive against Skeeter. Nice disruption is going to keep him alive for the time being. LSA is there on the sideline. Amar pops the refresher. Arena number 2. GPK is going to be completely ignored as Miero gets rebuked. GPK TP out, but the lasso cancels it. And now he's surrounded. He does get the kill onto Crit as the Bloodstone doing quite a bit of work, actually. Force Staff to the other side. Now Malrine, the Shiva's going to slow him down to a crawl, but it looks like he will survive the LSA on the sideline. Another Laguna. A beautiful disruption will save GPK. But in the end, it's basically going to be a full team wipe as GPK surely will die. He takes out Skeeter in tow, finally rebuked down, and now the double buyback from Falcons. It's a 5 versus 0 as this game might be ending.
All they have to do is take 1, 2. Actually, they don't even need to take a 2, 3.
God's Strength is up soon. GG's is called, and Falcons are your grand champions.